Hey guys, so my channel's gone through a few changes and I haven't been posting very much lately because I've been waiting to get new equipment and I've been taking too long to edit a video and getting caught in all these what not to do traps when you are launching your YouTube channel. Now you might say, you're not launching, you've had a YouTube channel for 10 years. And basically that is true. But I've deleted channels, started new channels. They haven't worked out. I've abandoned channels. I've accidentally deleted channels. I've locked myself out of channels. So anyway, this is the channel that I am now focusing on, and it's more of a lifestyle channel than it is just direct health messaging. However, on this channel, I will be discussing what I've been up to since I moved to Florida from New York 4 years ago during the pandemic, and being a dog owner, and how I'm trying to solve debt for myself and pay off my mortgage and pay off credit cards, and how I've tried to copy Taylor Bell, or at least sought inspiration, certainly say to copy, but I've sought a lot of inspiration from Taylor Bell's channel. Now she's a 25-year-old living in New York. She's a consultant. She's amazing. Her videos are amazing. I've taken a lot of inspo from her. I am a 50-year-old naturopathic doctor living in Florida, so we are very different. However, I love her vibe. I love her creativity and her comedy. I think she's just plain adorable, and I relate to her, even though I'm in a different age demographic, et cetera, et cetera. But let's just not get caught up on the age stuff anyway. The other person I've really been looking to her channel is Lydia Tomlinson. She's amazing. She's this English fashion blogger, fashion creator, designer. She does brand collaborations and puts out her own product. And she's a stylist. And so I love fashion. I love styling. I have tons of clothes. I inherited a neighbor's closet, and I've taken some things, I've sold some things at a consignment shop. Now I have this mountain of clothes I don't know what to do with. Plus I have my own clothes that I want to get rid of. And so what did I decide to do? I decided to do what Taylor Bell, how she started her channel, which was selling on Vendoo. You can check out my Vendoo link if you want to sell on Vendoo too. You can get a discount, 25% off. Your links are in the description. So I've poshed before, I've been on Poshmark before, and so Vendoo connects you to Poshmark, to Mercari, to eBay, to Facebook Marketplace, to Etsy. So wherever you have a shop, Shopify, you can sell your items by posting on Vendoo, and then you can relist them, repost them on any site, any shopping site that you have currently. I'm not sure if they have an extensive list, but they certainly do have a lot of selection. So I started mimicking exactly what Taylor Bell did. I took her link, I took her discount. Thank you, Taylor Bell. And I got my first month free, and I posted a whole lot of stuff for sale. Now, I think I am somehow eBay cursed, because my first 2 sales did not go as planned. Okay. So I am, let's say, flipping this lady's closet that I did not pay any money for. I just inherited it, and she moved out of my neighborhood, and she left her life, and she left a whole lot of clothes behind. And I grabbed as many as I could, thinking that if I didn't wear them, I could consign them or give them away. And I've done all of that. Now I'm to the place where consigning doesn't actually make that much money. I mean, you get a few bucks, you feel good about shopping, you might get some credit towards going to the Fifi's Consignment, which is my local consignment store. I love them. However, I thought I could make some more money on eBay via Vendoo. And what I had, so I had some of my own clothes, and I had some of this lady's clothes. Listed them all through Vendoo. They all went through Posh. I tried to follow what Taylor said, kind of reshare your Posh listings. I have not yet sold one item on Poshmark. Poshmark seems to have been taken over by bots and scammers, and I don't know what's going on. Then I chose Mercari, same as Taylor Bell, did the exact same formula as she did, and I chose eBay. Now, I have sold things successfully on Facebook Marketplace before, but I'm not sure that I want my entire Facebook community, who kind of knows me as professional, knowing that I'm selling anything. And I think you can actually buffer the two and separate them or filter them somehow. But in any case, I just haven't done that again, copying Taylor Bell. And so my first sale came with this Kylie and Kendall for Nordstrom romper, a skirt suit, this long, elegant skirt suit, stiff, structured, kind of corrugated fabric, black, sleek, square neck, gorgeous. Box pleat in the front and the back. I've spoken, I've given talks in wearing that outfit before. It's absolutely elegant, beautiful, professional, creative. It was a $400 outfit, and it doesn't fit me anymore. When I was in New York, I was very skinny. And now that I'm in Florida, I have just, maybe it's perimenopause, but I am just not that lean in the midriff anymore. I'm still lean, but I'm not that skinny in the midriff. And so gonna sell this thing, get it out there. So I posted it for $78. I couldn't lower it anymore. I really wanted to get good money for this. I did the Vendoo thing. It went up to Poshmark. It went up to Mercari. It went up to eBay. And also on eBay, you have the option of making it an auction. So I made it an auction. I was like, oh, hey, let's have people bid on it. So I forgot. I forgot that I auctioned it. I didn't check. I knew I didn't forget, but I just didn't connect in my mind what was actually happening. What was happening was that nobody was bidding on it. And ultimately, one person bid on it. They got my beautiful, sophisticated jumper for $4.40. Okay. So $4.40, they tell you $10. They tell you that's your net profit. That's not your net profit. That's what you made off the garment, $4.40, plus the shipping, which was $8. So it came to like $13 minus the $8 because you have to actually send the label out, right? It comes out of that. And then minus the fees from eBay. So I made like $2 on that outfit. I had to swallow it. I was like, oh my gosh, I sold this outfit for $4.40. It's so beautiful. This is an exercise in letting go. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe in releasing things. I listened to Sister Jenna and the Meditation Museum, and I believe that I am not what I possess. I am not my identity. It's hard. I have long acquainted myself with my name, with my profession, with my physical body, for, not proud to say it or anything, but I am attached to those things. I'm attached to many things, as we all are. We're humans, right? But in practicing release and detachment, this was a good exercise for that, let's just say. So I posted some other things. She had a pair of pink ballet flat Karl Lagerfeld Paris shoes. I tried to wear them. They were too big for me. Her shoe size really wasn't the same size as mine, too big. Her dress size too big. Some of her tops fit. None of the pants fit. She's an older lady. And she's more conservative of a dresser than I am. And I have sold some of her things. I eventually, like maybe 2 weeks after I sold the Kendall and Kylie and Kendall Nordstrom jumpsuit, I got an offer for $50 on these Karl Lagerfeld pink ballet flats. Yes. And I had even scuffed these up I can't even remember how I scuffed these up. Like, they were much more beautiful, and I would have tried to consign them, except for the fact that I somehow got tape or something on part of the leather and it peeled away. So they weren't even as perfect looking when I got them, and I did not even wear them except for in my house. Okay, this is what a bull in a china shop of a person I am. So $50 sale, yes. It was like $6 something to ship them. It was within Florida. So I was like, Here's my problem. When I start businesses, I always spend too much. And so I spend too much to get everything launched, and then it dwindles away at my profit. And sometimes I always grandize how much I'm actually going to make without thinking about how much I've spent. So a problem with me and my businesses is that I often end up either in debt or just not earning what I expect to earn from them because I spend too much. And so I'm very cognizant of this right now. This is something that I'm really trying to work on in my life. And so in starting these like little flip businesses, on Vendoo and trying to launch my lifestyle YouTube channel, No More Sweats. Thank you. I end up spending. So I didn't want to spend. So I cheaped out on the tape. So I boxed up the shoes. I took them to USPS, also inconvenient for me. I like UPS, but in any case, and it was USPS. So when I brought it in, I had like wrapped it in a paper bag. It was not a good wrapping job. The paper bag with a little scotch tape was holding together these shoes. I needed to buy the packing tape. And I said to the USPS lady, after I said, I need to buy some tape. And she said, oh, don't worry, honey, I'll do it. So I shipped it off towards the destination, my lovely buyer. I get a message from her today saying, that was the worst packing job I've ever seen. All I got in the mail was a piece of paper, brown paper, and a few pieces of tape. I have to ask for a refund. I'm cursed. What is this bad luck? And you know, sometimes when you start, you have beginner's luck and things go well, and that's enough to keep you going. But on 2 occasions now, this one, I was going to make $50, $42 about after the fees on these shoes. And now I ended up having to refund her the $50 that she paid me, the $6 for shipping, and the fees to eBay. So I'm in the hole $6. So on my first 2 sales at eBay, I'm in the hole $4. So what I was saying is that sometimes we have beginner's luck, things go smoothly. Like when I moved to New York, I ended up moving in with friends that I knew who happened to be living in the same building that my sister had been living. And they call these like New York moments or something like that. So it's like when things line up, because like what's the likelihood, like in a city of 12 million people, that you're actually going to know anybody, let alone you're going to move into the building that your sister had lived in like 2 months prior. She left just before I got there, and move in with friends that you knew from a different city entirely. I mean, mind blown. And so this is not that. This is not that. This is me losing, even though it's just small. It's on a small scale. I'm not complaining, but I am wondering, like, what lesson is in this for me? Is it I must persevere? Is it I must cut my losses? Is it that I need a wake-up call, like this is never going to work? Is it that I'm doing something wrong? I have to be doing things more carefully, more intentionally. Any of those lessons could be it. But if you have something more practical to tell me about how to be a good seller on YouTube, I would love, or if you have something practical to tell me about how to be a good seller on eBay, on Vendoo, on Posh, if you want to tell me what an idiot I am, be nice, because I'm a nice person and I don't call people idiots. But if you do want to call me an idiot, you think I really need that in my life, like that's the lesson in this, is to be called an idiot, then let me know, because I'm trying to rack my brain to figure out, like, all I'm trying to do is sell a few items of clothes here, to like just liquidate, keep things clear, declutter, let go of things as I bring things in. All these universal laws, the law of attraction that I really think is useful and helpful and makes sense, is not working for me in this situation. So, if you have insight on what my spiritual lesson might be that I have not thought of yet, or if you have like a practical, like kick in the pants, that's okay. I would love to hear that. Or if you're interested somehow in following my journey and following me and becoming a flipper like me and Taylor Bell, then, check out the link in my description for my Vendoo account that you can get a discount on your first month. And check out my other stuff too. I've got a community called Body Soul Connect, and I have different levels. There's a free tier where you can get access to courses that I've done in the past, my Eating for Meaning program. You get my workbook downloaded as a PDF, guide to detox, some meditations that I've uploaded there. Some of my Insight Timer. I'm a teacher on Insight Timer, so some of my meditations from there. And as you move up in the tiers, if you want to start paying, then you get access to all my courses. If you pay a little more, then you get a group coaching call at the Bloom tier. And if you want to pay at the highest tier, then you get access to meal plans from me personally. You get to meet me on a regular basis. And we have a session about your body soul connect, or about the physical health, emotional health issues that you're facing that you would like to work out with naturopathic functional medicine and a mind body approach. So thanks so much for listening to my cursed on eBay story. I appreciate you sticking around, and we'll see you again soon.